We are so privileged today. We are in our African American Week, and we are in our Black History Month, and we've been giving you a presentation every week of some great accomplishment by an African American in our history. But today I'm excited because we have a young man who only has a history of 11 years, but God has given him a phenomenal gift and an ability. Not only that, he was born in this church. His mom and father went to this church for many, almost 16, 17 years, for many, many years. They were some of the first people to join our church, moved here from Michigan to join this church. And remember when Linda was getting negative words from the doctors that she could not have a child, we prayed for her, and God allowed her to carry Jonathan full term. And the fruit is now seen in his life. And even though he's a child, I think that God has given him a very special gift. I heard a poem that he wrote. Somebody showed it to me on the, as a matter of fact, on his website. He's had over 1 million hits. He has appeared on World News Tonight with Katie Couric. He has also been on the Tom Joyner Show. Matter of fact, when he leaves here, he will go and be the first child to be taped to be seen on the Monique Show, which comes on BET every night, which is an adult talk show. We're so glad that Jonathan is here, and because we're celebrating African American Black History Month, I wanted him to come and share with you the insight that was given to him. And so without any further delay, let's welcome Jonathan Emil McCoy as he comes to share with us. All right, Jonathan.
Thank you. I'd like to start off by saying thank you, Bishop, I got it right this time, and Pastor Pam for inviting me to speak. I would like to enlighten you with a speech that I made, and I like to call it The Petition Continues. You ready? There are many black people who say that they are not from Africa, therefore they are not African American. But it deeply puzzles me that some of us would rather be called the N-word. This term is most widespread among rappers in the hip-hop culture. I think that the most financially successful rapper is also the most influential rapper. Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z. But is his influence positive? It could be. People of different ages and cultures listen to his music, not knowing the negative words and actions that are being embedded in their minds. But he has the influence and the resources to change his lyrics, and maybe even a young boy's mind. This word is not always used so freely among our people. Some say it started with African American comedian Richard Pryor, who used it often and was an inspiration for other artists and comedians using it. But once it occurred to him that we are not N-words, he made a public declaration never to use it again. But his decision to change did not influence everyone. In a documentary on the N-word, actor and rapper Ice Cube claims that the word is a defiant badge of honor. But I ask, should defiance be celebrated? Def Jam founder Russell Simmons has been quoted as saying, when we use the N-word now, it's very positive. But I ask, what's positive about being called the N-word? Can any of you tell me? In an interview on the Today Show, rapper 50 Cent has been quoted as saying, I'm not using it as a racial slur, it's just slang. But of course it's not a racial slur when you use it to communicate to or about your own race. But saying the N-word is more than just slang. It's starting to be a whole culture. And if we don't stop it now, who knows the effect it'll take on America, particularly our youth. They've created their own N-word culture. They are heroes in their own minds instead of celebrating the true heroes who marched, boycotted, and petitioned for our freedom and equality. Nas produced an album originally titled The N-Word, which he says is how the old people look down on the now generation. Due to political pressure, he dropped the N-word and the album is now untitled. But he has the potential to produce constructive lyrics, and it is evident in his video, I Can. The old people that he of There are patriarchs and matriarchs. They have seen and experienced many things. They were born into racial segregation, and they saw the effect that this word had on current, former, and future generations. That's why the NAACP chose to bury this word a few years ago. But that's why I commend the mission of organizations such as the African American Men and Boys Commission, which is for the saving, transforming, and empowering of African American men and boys for the betterment of the African American family, community, and America as a whole. If more strong men will continue to invest in us, I'm sure that there are enough people in my generation who will aspire to be something more than an athlete, gangster rapper, or drug dealer. And while I'm thinking about it, they can tell them a thing about those pants. We need more fathers in our communities who will take care of their sons and teach them that it's not okay to use the N-word, that it's not okay to disrespect females, and that it's not okay to commit crimes against each other, which was evident in the pointless killing of Darian Albert. The N-word promotes defiance, and defiance perpetuates disrespect and out-of-control behavior. The hip-hop culture does not speak for me and my generation. As for me, I will honor God and respect my elders. Not done yet. The N-word is a derogatory word, and it's part of a culture that influences the actions of people who use it. I've seen the same people who use it as a term of endearment use it when they became angry and it led to violence. The same violence cited during slavery is apparent in those who use it today. As long as we continue to use this word among ourselves, who will take us seriously? All the years our ancestors fought for civil rights, all the people like Dr. King who lost their lives, and we waste their efforts by continuing to keep this word alive. When we use the N-word, it negates everything that civil rights activists stood for, because there is nothing civil or right about using this word. So I'm sending a message to everyone who knowingly or ignorantly uses this word to describe our people, whether you're a gangster rapper who uses it to communicate with your boys, or someone who looks down on those of us who haven't got a college education. Whatever the case, it's time to discontinue the use of this word. It is implausible that 40 years after the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., that we still use this word that holds no worth in our lives or our future. So I'm petitioning you to join me in deleting this word from our vocabulary as a people, as a nation, and the world. I've added a stanza to James Weldon Johnson's Lift Every Voice. Lift every voice and cry till the N-word has died. Let us cry out and proclaim our dignity. Although we may be free, gloom still hangs over we who use the word that made our father sigh. Sing a song that doesn't dishonor the mothers who bore us. Sing a song of negative words in the chorus. It's now 2010. There is a message I must send. Choose words that speak purpose and not defeat. My name is Jonathan Emil McCoy, and I approve this message.